So did you get finalized? Did you have I had went out to see 5 chicks. 2 of them are potentials. Now it's 1 or 2 or.
It wasn't. 5 would have been I would have probably died from excitement.
Welcome back, everybody, to another awesome episode of The Careful Boys, and today we have Walter Hong here.
Walter
Hong! You ever go on your love escapade in Korea and you find your
Oh yeah!
I did go. It wasn't an escapade.
a sexcapade.
Yeah, a sexcapade, yeah. No, I went to Korea. I do gotta say, no, I didn't get to do any of that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh wait, to catch her up. So he's a sex tourist and he goes to different countries.
So Korea was
You're
was
a
the first
sex
tour.
tourist.
Yeah.
Haven't you ever heard of those?
It's very new and very in today.
Okay, so describe a normal. Describe a normal day in the life of a sex tourist.
Sex tourism, usually they go to Philippines, and I think Thailand.
It's affordable.
But yeah, and they have, I don't know if they still have this, but I remember in the 90s they would have these packages, sex tour packages.
What? Are you being serious?
This is totally serious. They go to Philippines, they go to Thailand, and you just go and you whoremonger.
Oh my god.
So describe a whoremonger's normal day.
You start your day with electrolytes.
I know how the night ends.
You gotta stay hydrated.
Probably.
You gotta stay
Electrolytes.
clean.
You need your electrolytes.
Electrolytes.
I imagine some of these
salt tablets.
If you're a whoremonger, to me you're probably a professional. So they're probably morning, noon, night. They're probably mongering for whores. Yeah.
Do you think there's a lot of caffeine involved?
I would
a lot of
imagine.
naps involved.
No, he went to go find a mate
Yeah, I went to go find
To permanently.
fertilize eggs.
So you're a wife mongering.
Yeah, I was wife mongering. I do gotta say, the difference with dating with the intent to just date versus dating with the intent to get married is vastly different. And I didn't really.
You weren't ready for it?
Yeah, it was weird.
What's the difference?
One sex tourism.
Yeah, one sex tourism.
Love tourism.
The other one is you have to pretend you don't want sex right away. No, but I
That never works.
I've been doing that my whole life.
It was just very. The question, I don't want to say quick, but the conversations are different. Because it's not just oh hey, let's just hang out, and also because of the distance, there is no oh I'll see you next week. Oh. So you're trying to figure out a lot of things.
In a week or 2?
Yeah, in a week, or even in one date, you're trying to find out a lot of things because you're trying to figure out, is this worth another date? Wow. And so you're taking things a lot more seriously, where normally you wouldn't even think about it.
Does it feel like there's way more pressure on?
There is a lot more pressure on the date, and so for example, let's say you're eating with someone, right, and then she doesn't. I don't know, wipe her mouth, just for example.
Yeah, disgusting.
And then, if you're just dating, you're whatever, no big deal. But then when you're looking at this, you're is she a dirty person? Yeah. Is her place dirty?
Everything's magnified.
Yeah, everything's magnified.
Yeah, you're speed assessing every trait. Yeah.
And you don't want to because you feel so judgmental, but at the same time...
But you have no choice.
Yeah, you have no choice. I'm only there for 2 weeks. It's not I'm going to be oh, hey, I'll see you a week from now, and then, I'll look at other things. No, I have to see is she worth or and I'm sure she's thinking, am I worth going out with again?
Do you think that puts people in a place where they are putting their best foot forward and now they're perceived as this person, and then you're oh great, this is the person that I want to continue dating, and they actually are not that person at all because there's so much pressure in those first interactions?
Yeah, so with regular dating, with dating you're just a date, that happens, right? You put your best foot forward. I felt like this was your bestest foot forward, and then there's just more intense scrutiny. And I know this might be more.
Yeah, but that's not always going to be the standard throughout.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
So
the danger,
you're not upholding that.
And that's the other thing you have to navigate through. Is am I putting a front where I'm being opposite of how I really am?
Right.
And is she doing the same thing? And
Were you wearing this shirt?
You know what? I was not, but I was wearing my Rams boxers.
Okay.
So
might
I
have been faking it there.
I know. Yeah, so it's definitely because I didn't expect dating to be different with the intent of getting married. When I realized that it was different, I was okay, this is just, there's so much thinking involved, and I already think a lot to begin with, And then so after the date, there's even more thinking. I'm playing back what happened, and just like, okay, what does this mean? Does this mean like she's gonna be like this later, or like what's going on? And I'm like, whoa, you gotta stop. Like, just try to relax and try to like pace yourself.
Do you feel like when you date like that, it's hard for you guys to just kind of be in the moment sometimes?
Yeah, it's because there was no time to just like hang out.
Yeah.
Like because
To make out a
It's
little
like every
scam.
question is like some crazy.
You guys might as well just exchange pieces of paper and just be like, oh, these boxes checked. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we can at least start having
Honestly,
conversation.
little bit,
It's
huh?
kinda
Which is like a
that.
dating app, though, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
kinda.
everybody has their own preferences.
Hey, what's your best pitch though? Like, what do you start with?
for dating app or in
No, just when you go to a date. Like,
What's your opening act?
yeah.
do you have like like a routine, but like
because I'm so bad at the whole dating thing that I can't even have like a routine because I'd be like, oh, like that didn't work. So then let's try.
Why do you think you're bad at the whole dating?
Because I'm still single.
that's not true.
I mean, well, it's dating, right? It's not. I'm not bad at relationships.
Oh yeah, the relationship part.
Like you're pretty tight at it.
I think I'm great, but then she may not. But I think I'm great. But
It's just getting there.
Yeah,
It's been
And did you actually meet somebody that you felt was like kind of hitting it for you?
yeah, like
Didn't.
so. The funny thing is that because the intent is different, like I had to also shift what I was looking for. Not in the sense of like what kind of woman I want to be with, not that, but just in terms of like when you're just dating the date, you're just like, oh yeah, cool, it's just casual, whatever. But this, once I had to calm myself down, then I started to kind of like let the dust settle, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Like this part of her is kind of cool. Yeah, let's see. So there was a girl that I did go out a handful of times with.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so that was cool. As far as like, do I think we're gonna get married, or like I had to really just bring all that down, despite the fact that I'm like scrutinizing every little thing.
What's the good traits that you like about her that you found?
She's really sweet and warm. Yeah. So like that's really nice.
Like a little Cinnabon.
Yeah, I haven't tasted it, but
Nice.
nice. That's good.
You haven't tasted.
yeah. So I don't know.
In my mind.
I don't know if it's that sweet.
what kind of stuff did you guys do?
That's the thing is we only went to like dinner. We did go to the one like sort of activities. They have a seafood market in Korea.
Yeah.
That there's just tanks everywhere, and you walk around, you tour the area. It's fresh catch every day, and you just pick like what you want.
Yeah.
So like if there's like abalone,
Smells like
they're like,
fish.
oh, I want that. If there's like fresh catch of tuna that day, they'll have it on display.
That's so Asian, isn't it?
Totally,
That's
yeah.
tight.
And then there's things that you've never seen
So
that live in the
romantic.
ocean, and you're just like, I want that.
So it's kind of like a cooler aquarium date.
Totally, but then you get to sample it, and then whatever place you go to, it's connected to a restaurant, and they'll prepare it for you. Like so, it's like sashimi.
That's tight.
We have live octopus. So yeah, the plate's like obviously all crawling with octopus tentacles.
Ooh.
Can I give you an
to
idea?
that?
I don't know if it would work or not.
Yeah.
But I feel because if she's under the same like pretense, she's trying to get married too, right?
Yeah.
What if you guys like got an Airbnb and had like a husband and wife all day role playing?
So
Like you come home from work or whatever, and like actually try to live kind of like a test drive. Like, does this work out? Or
First 20 minutes, you called her a bitch.
you fucking bitch! Stress from work.
Like, how come you didn't calm me down? What the hell?
Why did you sign the divorce papers?
I come out. I come out with bruises. Or, I know a friend of mine suggested you guys should go on a trip together because like when you go on a trip, you really see how people are.
That's a fast track. Yeah, you're right. It's a fast track.
That's an
We do, yeah.
expensive fast track.
Or like a road trip too.
Yeah, like a road trip. And Korea's road trips are pretty famous because their rest stops have food, like specific foods. So it's not like here where our road stops,
It's a metal toilet.
Dude,
Yeah.
Peggy Sue's Diner.
What the heck?
We're at Buc-ee's, dude.
but like yeah, definitely though. I think the trip it's a good idea, but the distance also makes it difficult too.
Are you guys still talking?
Yeah, we're still talking.
Ooh, what's up? Hey,
What up?
this is him, the real him.
I gotta tell you, your guys' reach reaches out to Korea.
Yeah.
So I did a show in
Do
Korea.
they hate us in Korea too?
Just the guy wearing shades. But no, it's in Korea I did a show, and obviously in English, and there was a couple, white man Korean woman, and I made fun of them. I made fun of her for being a race traitor.
That's
You
tight.
have to.
Oh, you're so
And
good.
then after the show, they came up to me, and then the guy goes, "Do you know why we're here?" And I go, "No." And when people ask that, I don't know how to respond because I don't want to be mean because I'm thankful that they came. So I say, "Oh no," but inside I'm going, "How am I supposed to know why you came? I don't know." And the thing is, they're probably watching this right now. But he goes, "My wife is a big fan of Just Kidding News.
Oh, cool.
She's seen you on there, and then when she saw that you were going to be in Korea." She's like, we have to go. Cool. So thank you guys for coming.
Race trader.
It was awesome.
Why does it not surprise me? We have race trader fans.
But yeah, no, I wanted to when they told me that, I was excited to tell you guys.
That's dope, dude. Yeah, that's tight.
So yeah, she came just because she saw me on here, and so I was like, oh, that's awesome.
One of our recent guests, name's Jared. He's a bodybuilder, and he likes specifically Southeast Asian women. And he has a specific term that his friends and him they call him Jerry's. Like, oh, you see that Jerry over there? And he said after he did this show, he got a DM from a Peruvian chick, and she said, "Can I be your Jerry too?"
Dang, wow. He's gonna knock it out the park.
Nasty.
Nasty.
Loves Jerry.
Jerry it up, dude.
Wow.
So what's the next step? Are you gonna go back again and hang out with her? Or is she gonna come here?
You gonna bring that Walter back down?
Yeah. So we haven't we broached the subject while I was out there about me going back there or her coming out here, but we haven't actually discussed it. I did kind of did a simple quick search in private mode on my ISP so I don't get tagged searching for plane tickets. But in June, the cheapest flight on a hybrid airline, which is, if you don't know what that is, it's a half budget, half regular airline, is $2,300 round trip.
Whoa.
And then the regular airlines, they're like $2,800.
That's a lot.
And then I found out it's because in June is when vacation starts for everybody. So they're all flying back and forth. Yeah, it's crazy.
God damn.
Jeez,
That's how I
man.
get you. He's a motherfucker.
And then my friend that's in Taiwan,
It was never been like
she
that.
told me it's $1,400 one way. And I go, well, because you did one way.
Yeah. Because business class used to be like 3 Gs.
Yeah.
But now it's 2,800.
It's business class to Korea on my flight when I went was $5,000.
God
So
damn.
then, you know how you can do the upgrade with you buy a regular seat and you upgrade with points? The points were it was a crazy amount, and I was like, "What is going on?" And then they told me, "Oh, the flight costs like $5,000."
I'm gonna burn my passport. I'm not going anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Shit hits the fan. You're like, damn it! Why did I do that? I gotta get out of this country.
Fuck, I can't go to an non-extradition.
We'll just go to
Tickets
Pico,
too expensive
Let's go to Pico
anyway.
Rivera or something.
We'll lay it low. There's a Granny's Donuts you can hide in.
Dude, you could just hide in Nevada.
Yeah, that's true.
So what's the next move then?
For me right now, personally, it's just to keep talking, and then see each other again, you know. But I am intrigued by the whole arranged marriage thing, or arranged marriage light, because obviously our divorce rate here is a little over 50%.
Yeah.
Arranged marriage divorce rates are a lot lower. And I think, and I broke this down because I have a bachelor's degree in psychology from the University of Southern California. I also graduated Sunny Hills.
It sounds more credible when you talk fast too.
Right? And I went to the Super Bowl. When...
That's all your accolades.
And I wrestled. So, but when you look at our relationships, we date for 3-4 years and then we get married. The first step after we're married isn't compromise. The first step is, I gotta get what I want, and you're gonna get what you want. So we're gonna be adversarial. A lot of times you hear people get married, their married friends tell them, dude, you cannot lose the first fight, because then that sets the tone for the rest of your
They
marriage.
sound like the worst friends in the world.
Right, I know.
They sound like they're not married. They sound like they got a lot of divorce.
Oh, what's their
Yeah.
track record? Exactly.
So but people eat it up.
I've been doing my marriage wrong apparently.
Dude, I've been taking L's nonstop.
But when you look at arranged marriages, their first step is compromise, because they don't really know each other well. Yeah. So they're all kind of I don't want to step on anyone's toes. So the first step is compromise, and so I think that's one of the keys to have them the relationships last longer. So I'm intrigued by the whole.
Don't you think a lot of it is cultural though? The cultural context of why they are so in on I'm all in on arranged marriages because it's so much pressure from parents, and that's just how they live.
It could be. It could be.
Americans don't
You
like
still
that.
get like dowries and shit for that though, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by the whole thing. So like,
You're trying to create alliances.
It's harder to divorce, isn't it?
probably. Yeah. Well, nowadays though, because of Western influence, it's easier. Like in Korea, for instance, back in the day, divorce was just unheard of. But if you did get divorced, the children would go with the dad. They wouldn't go with the mom because the dad is the money earner. And so it's just, and culturally it's just different. But now they're starting to like have the mothers take the kids. But a lot of Western influence.
They're seeing the beauty of divorce now.
Yeah.
Divorce is tight.
To be honest, that's what what it is. Because like when there's no divorce, a lot of these like psychopathic or sociopathic husbands think they can do whatever they want with to their wives.
That's the flip side.
Yeah, that's like the bad side of it.
Is that a good thing for you? Like I could be a psycho. That'd be kind of cool.
Which side are you on again?
I think about that sometimes. If I had an arranged marriage, I could be a real dude.
Dude, like if you saw your woman one day bringing home like a bunch of lime, wouldn't that make you pause?
Yeah, dude, I'm squeezing my fist a little bit. I'm getting ready.
But yeah, no, I like, and I'm not saying I'm a proponent of arranged marriages, but for me personally, I'm intrigued by the whole thing of like.
How do we get you an
starting a life
arranged
together.
marriage then? How would we set?
Well, in the situation I'm in now, let's just say for example,
Are you asking us to arrange one for you?
yeah.
Let's just say for example, we got married, like sooner rather than later. Like let's say within a year, it's almost like to me it's a prearranged light, because we don't have the like let's say like the. What's the word I'm looking for? The not opportunity, but like we don't have the chance to kind of get to know each other for 3, 4, 5 years and then get married. But like if we only knew each other for a few months and then we got married, that's kind of like to me like it's like an arranged marriage light.
That's what I like about arranged marriages. I feel like it's not the arranged marriage, but I feel like the mindset that you're in, it's
Teamwork.
Yeah, the mindset is we have to make this work as a team.
Yeah.
And regardless if it's arranged marriage or like two people stuck on an island that they need to survive.
Yeah.
Like you don't have time to like, oh, I'm gonna fucking bicker. It's like, dude, we gotta
That's
go.
true.
You build
That's
the
true.
shelter.
That's
I go
true.
fucking go kill a fucking squirrel or something. I gotta make dinner, and then So it's almost that like that mindset that I think ends up making it work. Because my grandparents were arranged, and they're the most loving couple that I've seen. But that's like when they're 70 or 80.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they had really tough times in the beginning. But I think having that mindset of like, no matter what.
Because that's where it
make
starts from,
Yeah.
right? It's like, we got to make this work no matter what. Because I think some people, when they do get married, once they get married, they realize like, oh, wait, I have to make sacrifices that I don't want to make? Like, what the fuck
Or
is this
even,
about?
or even like the day one going like, if this isn't working, I'm a divorce. So like
Yeah,
you already
yeah, yeah.
have that option, and it's so. It's
But
such
when
a-
you threaten divorce, when you throw that card on the table, you get whatever you want, dude. It's a fucking ace in the hole.
For both sides.
I get to eat whatever I want for dinner when I throw that on the table.
At this point, you're both at just a stalemate. You're like, shit, we're both throwing down the card.
It's like, I don't want Oreo thins, I want full fat double stuffed Oreos.
For dinner.
Yeah, dude.
Because I hear my like stories of my dad, like where he would throw like he got papers sent to my mom's work, and then and
at
my
the
dad-
work?
Yeah, and my dad's like
expensive.
My dad's like, your mom's so fucking stupid, she fucking divorced me. And I was like, always as a kid growing up, I would like hear both sides, and then my mom would be like, well, yeah, he sent the papers to my work, and then I was like, Dad, Mom said you sent the papers to her work. He goes, yeah, but she's not supposed to fucking sign it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
That was a bluff. It's a power play.
and I go, Mom, we're not supposed to sign it.
He comes home.
And then she goes like, of course I'm gonna sign it. And I'm like, of course you're gonna sign it. So they were like, my parents were like the direct, like, don't do this.
Yeah.
And then my grandparents were kind of like my.
Do you know the arrangement that your grandparents had?
It was just more. It was, I think, like as it went from fucking Tang Dynasty or whatever, it just gets looser and looser and looser. So for them, it was they were like in neighboring, like I don't know, like neighborhoods or whatever, and it's like, oh, that guy's kind of cool. Are they or a family similar status? That one is like just like a bunch of like wives' tales, like oh, that's like the older sister or the younger sister, so that means they're more like nurturing. And oh, yeah, that's the middle child. That means that guy's very industrious. So it's like just a lot of like wives' tales, and they're like, this will work. And then they pitched each other. I don't know if they had like an official dowry or whatever,
So it wasn't like two kung fu clans coming together
To make one big.
Yeah.
to make one big kung fu clan,
The praying mantis to like create a new animal.
Yeah. That's advantageous for the culture.
right?
So did you get finalized? Did you have like I had like went out to see like 5 chicks. 2 of them are potentials. Now it's 1 or 2 or.
It wasn't. 5 would have been like, I would have probably died from excitement.
That's a lot of dates, though.
Yeah,
That's a lot of conversation.
but yeah, no, there was situations. Yeah, there was like a, let's see, 1.5 other.
Dude, you're totally burning him. He told the girl that she was the only one.
Yikes.
No.
Like, cut that out, cut that out, cut that out.
You race traitor.
Yeah, blame her.
No, I'm just here to see you, baby. Oh, fuck, Bart.
Right.
Don't listen to my American ways.
He has language issues. His English isn't so good.
Me not speak Korean.
No, but I think definitely, like, I love your explanation of the arranged marriage thing, where it's not the arranged marriage that you support, it's just like the thought processes of it. Yeah.